All right, everybody, what's happening? Welcome back. We just got the brand new season update for Call of Duty Mobile live in the game, and this is going to bring in the first ever COD Mobile exclusive weapon, the Type 19 assault rifle, season 2 Lunar Dragon, as you guys just saw right there. Now, of course, we are going to go ahead and purchase the premium battle pass and upgrade ourselves up to tier 12 so we can go ahead and unlock this weapon as soon as possible and, you know, obviously showcase it here in today's video. Now, the Type 19, as I'd mentioned, is a COD Mobile exclusive weapon. This is the first time that we've gotten a gun in this game that hasn't been in any of the previous Call of Duties before. And from the looks of it, this is actually going to be a super strong weapon. And right there in the premium pass, we are picking up a brand new Man of War Warriors Redoubt. Now, this thing actually looks incredible. And of course, with it being on the Man of War, super usable weapon this season. We'll definitely have to make a gameplay on that later on. Just in general, the geometry of the skins this season seem to be pretty cool. We got an OTS 9 skin as well with the like boxy look, and at tier 14 there is going to be the new jet boost class for the battle royale, but I'm digressing a little bit. Again, the whole point of today's video is going to be us covering the Type 19. So as I was saying, this thing looks like it's going to be an incredibly good weapon. A lot of people have been comparing it to the Grau and the M13, nice little in-between weapon of those, but people are saying it's like a better Grau pretty much. From what I've tried out in the testing range, it actually seems like an incredibly unique weapon, and I think that is mostly because of the fact that Call of Duty had the ability to kind of go their own path with this since it is exclusively in this game. So we go ahead and max upgrade this out, and you guys are going to see all of the unique attachments that I'm kind of referring to. Starting off with the magazine. So we've got a drum mag on it, the support mag drum, which is going to, I believe, bring this up to a 75 round mag. Then you've got the fast reload that not only decreases the reload time but gives you 18 extra shots as well, and the high accuracy sniper ammo, once again turning this weapon into a semi-automatic similar to the SKS, or more similarly like what we see on the AS Val. Now personally, I think it'd be really fun to run around with the drum mag, so that's what we're gonna go ahead and equip here. And then we're gonna move over to the muzzle. Now we got the tactical suppressor, light suppressor, monolithic suppressor, pretty standard attachments, and then we have the North Industry heavyweight suppressor, which not only increases your damage at range 24% but reduces the vertical recoil. Now the big downside, of course, is going to be to the ADS time, and then more importantly, in my opinion, to the bullet speed. Since this is a hit trajectory weapon, you want that bullet speed to be as high as possible. That's just a unique attachment that I saw that I thought was worth noting. As far as barrels go, we've got the accurate supportive long barrel, the carbine length barrel, again the North Industry integral suppressor, and the grip barrel. So all of these are unique attachments. I think personally the grip barrel sounds like a really high value item. You're only losing 10% ADS time and a little bit of movement speed, but you're gaining a lot, and I mean a lot of recoil control as well as accuracy with the reduced hit flinch. And then the cherry on top, you know, more accurate bullet spread. And moving on to the stocks, this is where you can get back a lot of that mobility that you're losing without too many downsides. Personally, I like the agile stock here. It just reduces your sprint to fire delay as well as gives you more strafe capability, and all you're losing is hip fire. I talk about it a lot. I'm not really big on hip firing, so that's going to be a huge plus for me. Going into the rear grips, we got the ergonomic grip, the accurate grip, the polymer grip, and a lightweight grip. The accurate grip is a really hard one not to throw on the weapon because not only are we going to be getting a lot of that ADS time back, we're going to have a more accurate shot with the reduction of hit flinch again, and we're losing the sprint to fire delay that we basically made up for with the stock. So taking a look at our attributes so far, you can see again we're pretty much hitting ADS time the hardest, and since we're already hitting that ADS time pretty hard basically using an LMG, why not throw on the North Industry heavyweight suppressor and just go like full LMG mode. So this is gonna be the first build that we're trying out here in today's video. Again, with this weapon there's gonna be all sorts of different variety that you can go with, so we're gonna kind of learn here in the moment with you guys live. So again, this is our low mobility build with minus 40% ADS time, and it's honestly not terrible. It's not unusable at all, especially if you do what I do and kind of like slide cancel, pre-fire, pre-aim corners. You're going to be able to just turn corners and catch enemies off pretty quickly, and our strafe speed is looking nice. Again, we do have the 75 round reload on this weapon, and you guys are going to see once we hop into game, it's an incredibly fast reload despite being a drum mag. Now we got to keep in mind, although the season did just reset, we are still going to be playing in incredibly high rank lobbies. Basically legendary, and then if you take into consideration their skill-based matchmaking as well, you're going to be getting double jump shotted by 2 Holger players. So this is going to be a true look to see if this weapon can hang with the current meta, because from the matches I've played so far, it's mostly been, you know, DRH's, switchblades, and all of the meta weapons. And the one downside I've noticed of this weapon is truly just the iron sight and like being able to keep track of your opponents. A lot of times they wear like dark character skins and they jump around, do some crazy movement, and it's just really hard to keep track of everybody. Time to kill wise though, it feels decent, especially if you do get a headshot or you're like within close range. Initially, you guys know that I made this build with the thought of making it a long-range weapon in mind, which is obviously why we have a really slow mobility in the 75-round drum mag. But I think going into our matches next, we're going to go ahead and make this an aggressive AR. I heard footsteps. There's a guy on the staircase. I wanted to say, there definitely is, but there's another one pushing down low. And you can see right there, we ended up 3-tapping because we did get that headshot. I'll go ahead and take that assist, actually. Kill at long range. Enemies are spawning grandmas. I'm expecting some to maybe start spawning boxes. We've got our first spawner up. It will take care of them. Maybe we're going to be another one. I don't want to overextend. Okay, there's one. Go ahead and pop the kinetic since obviously they had seen me. Just give us that little advantage in the gunfight. We're just going to keep watching boxes. Sounds like there's a guy rotating through grandmas. Yeah, I'm hearing them. It will take down one. I'm on a little bit of a flank right now. Could really use one more kill here to get us that stealth chopper. Which, by the way, it's worth noting, did get nerfed going into this season. The stealth chopper now takes, I think, 80 more points to get. So not a big nerf, but it does take one more kill. I should be able to win this gunfight, right? Oh, that player had stims too. And the confidence, man. You see him full peek that. I will go ahead and lay down the stealth chopper. We're just one kill away from an advanced UAV. Go ahead and reload our drum mag. Yeah, I think especially if we didn't have pinpoint on right now, it'd be very difficult to see these opponents. Spawns might be flipping here. I'm feeling like there's a little bit of a split spawn going on. And there we go. We got our advanced UAV. Player in front of us. We're just going to wait. And then peek. Do the same thing to this player. As soon as they overextend and pre-fire, go ahead and take them on out. The headshot damage, 40-some. Oh, no. Bro, I'm getting wall banged. I gotta stay prone. If he tries to hop this, we should be able to get him. Our teammate's hunting though, so should be able to take care of that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and hop up. Take down the one with kinetic. Just keep refiring there. Able to pick up that gunfight as well. Pop my kinetic, and then we're just gonna go prone. Take down the fresh spawn. Go ahead and pop the UAV since we don't have any more recon. And I saw a lot of players did end up rotating around, so I'd like to go secret here into barn. Hopefully catch this player off guard, not expecting me. Don't believe we're going to be able to get a nuke here. But a really decent streak so far. That player's going to be rotating. Okay, I'm stuck. Oh, big advanced UAV. Nice. I should have the ammo to take down this player as well. Shout out to the drum mag. That player's just sitting up top right now. We're just going to keep holding position. There's one above me. This guy might be coming around secret. Come on, as soon as they peek, we're gonna go for it. Oh, they went in the building. We hate that. We really do. Going for the wall bangs. Oh my god, I was able to do a little bit of damage, but just not able to pull through with the nuke streak. I don't know what we were on. I know it was above 15, probably within 2 of the nuke. Just ran out of game time, but I'll take that. A solid match. So I do think first impressions of the weapon, this build that we went with, although it looks pretty good on paper, it's not it. All right, so I went ahead and swapped over to my phone account because I wasn't able to find any matches on my main account and made the changes that I wanted to the gunsmith. And this is what we're going to be rocking here with our second build. So the first attachment I want to point out that we swapped to is the classic red dot. Now, obviously, it doesn't matter which sight you go with, but I just feel like there definitely needs to be a reticle on the default version of this gun because those iron sights were very difficult to see through. Next up, I went ahead and swapped out the drum mag with the fast reload mag just to give us a little bit more mobility. Plus, this thing still is an extended mag, giving you 18 extra bullets. So I believe now you're going to have 48 in each mag, which is still plenty. I decided to keep on the accurate grip just because it reduces that ADS time and reduces our hit flinch. And then I swapped out the barrels from the grip barrel to the accurate supportive long barrel so we can have a faster bullet speed, making long range fights a little bit easier. And it's just an added bonus that this also does increase your damage at range as well as reduces your vertical recoil. As far as the suppressor, it really isn't a big deal which one you go with here. You could go with the industry heavyweight suppressor, but I wanted to have a little bit more mobility, so I decided to go with the tactical suppressor just because the only downside is plus 5% ADS time, which isn't that big of a deal. So this is the new gunsmith. with. Much more of an AR build compared to our previous one. We'll see how it feels here on phone. Yeah, I bet none of you guys guessed that we'd be playing Dome here in today's video, but here we are with a Dome team deathmatch. So we're just going to get aggressive here off rip and just kind of look around for anybody pushing straight up mid, and apparently nobody did, which makes me feel like they all went around the Dome. And I did see that guy up top. We have just a little bit of an angle on his head. All right, hopefully we can get the spawns figured out here in a second. Just with team deathmatch, especially on this map where spawns are a bit more unpredictable. Not entirely too sure where I want to be looking. Yeah, really not much going on right now. Teammate did just die behind me. From where? Reaper is sitting in the corner. Enemies are all spawning up inside the building at the moment. All right, big triple kill. Is there another guy back there? Yeah. Sitting by the vehicles. I'm pro mocked, but still able to pick up that double kill. And finally, we have a UAV and a counter, dude. I feel like I have not gotten any streak since this match started. Oh, that triple would have been big value. We'll go ahead and pop up the UAV and the counter, though. I see this player waiting for us right over here. Go ahead and pop the kinetic, and we're just going to keep pushing forward. Seems like they're spawning bunker. I feel like the time to kill on this weapon is incredibly good whenever you hit the headshot, just because you do get a guaranteed 3-tap. But besides that, I really don't have much an opinion on this yet. It's like decent, but it's not great. I am not winning that gunfight. Oof. Maybe I can tap fire this guy off the heady. Still not getting an angle on him. Okay, he must have walked off of it. Throw up the UAV counter. Holy, what? My internet's been kind of skippy lately today. That man just went flying. I'm gonna try to position over in front of the dome. Seems like we got some players spawning out in front here. Actually, let me go ahead and get up top. Yeah, I hear the footsteps below me. There's one. Oh, that'll get us an advanced UAV. There's a guy in front of me. That would have been the perfect opportunity for me to go for an execution, bro. I've never done it before. But I'll go ahead and close out our first like warm-up game here on phone and our first game with this build. I do feel like this build is much more realistic when it comes to like something that would play out in the meta. I feel like if you're playing in like a really casual lobby, that build that we had on standoff would be fun. But like I said, this one's much more realistic. Anyway, we got a Dom here on Rush, which I feel like I've been getting a lot here on my phone account. Let's see what we can do. I hear players in the middle of the map right now. And it doesn't look like anybody's up top, but the enemies did get B off rip. So what's the move after that? They must have been cleared off the flag. They don't have A, which kind of makes me feel like they're spawning deep out at A right now. I hear footsteps. They're coming through the cut. Yeah, the gun... I think the time to kill on it is super solid when you hit headshots. Other than that, it just feels like an incredibly average weapon. Got enemies at A. I think what really carries this gun for me is something that you would use would just be the attachments. Looks like enemies are going to be able to take A here while I just sit down and reload. Got multiple enemies nearby. We'll go ahead and pop this kinetic and we're going to push forward and hopefully just focus the players on B. Able to pick up one while a few ran by me. They probably spawned right back up over here today. Let's be honest. Wait, is there another guy there? No, that was a teammate. All right, that'll get us an advanced UAV. Go ahead and put that into the sky. Seems like enemies are not really paying much attention to me. Although I am going to need ammo here in a second. Go ahead and take that freebie. Enemies are pushing for B. Thank you. Got your back, teammate. There's one more over here. This guy is playing. About to say maybe it's the AFK. I'll pick up the growl. Yeah, I kind of wanted to just have like a direct comparison after using the Type 19 on like how the growl's time to kill feels. I think the big upsides of using the growl over the Type 19 is just the fact that the growl has 0 recoil. Type 19s is pretty easy to control because it's mostly vertical, but that like little extra difficulty is definitely a downside. Right, let's go ahead and throw up the counter UAV and then we're just gonna pop the advance up here off rip. And looks like there's 3 players kind of hanging out over here. I'm gonna go ahead and push it. I'm not sure if they're underground or not. I want to say this guy's underground, but I would be wrong to say that. Behind a couple here on the flank. And that'll get us the nuke. First nuke of the season for us here on our phone account. First of many, hopefully. Got the UAV encounter going up into the sky. Let me go ahead and call this bad boy in. This is a much more peaceful rank reset game, dude. Oh my god, the one on my main account. This is why I couldn't find matches, dude. The freaking lobbies they were trying to find for me were crazy. Alright, I got another advanced UAV. Let's go ahead and pop that into the sky and go for the B flag cap. Enemies are literally spawning at every different point on the map. So we'll double back here, try to get them off of C. Should be one more. One more. Yeah, I know it's hard to tell in this lobby because we're pretty much just frying everyone, but I do think that the weapon, it's decent. It's definitely usable in the current meta, but I don't think it's a top 3 AR. I think top 3 ARs are going to remain DRH, HVK, and then maybe throw the EM2 or Manowar in there. As far as the Type 19 goes, though, I know a lot of people were expecting it to be like a top 5 gun in the meta. I just don't think it is. It's definitely a fun content weapon with so many different like builds that you can put on it. Definitely let me know down in the comment section below what y'all think once you do unlock the weapon. I think it's a given, and I say this every single time I have a new weapon that is bullet velocity. I think that's one of its biggest downsides, is it just doesn't play super well at range because of the fact that it is a bullet trajectory weapon. I'm hearing footsteps. Okay. Wait, we are not about to get triple capped and lose this game. I didn't mind enemies double capping us, but let's just go ahead and start capping this A flag. That is an AFK player. How many players are not playing in this match? I feel like every 2 seconds I'm killing someone not moving. I've also said this before, but the headshot multiplier on this thing is just really good. That will be the one time it can compete against the 3-tap, 2-tap weapons. Where's this guy going? Alright, counter UAV going up. Oh, this guy just spawned behind me. Ah, and that'll do it for the game. All right, now before we close out the gameplay, I do want to give like an honorable mention attachment, and that's just because, again, it is super unique. And that's going to be the laser integrated foregrip. This thing has a whole bunch of upsides with not very many downsides, but the crazy part about it is it gives you a permanently visible laser to your opponents. So in an ideal world, what I just showed you is actually a decent build. If you're someone who feels like they can really see through the iron sights of this weapon, go for it. But yeah, I just saw this and thought it was really different. So when you're scoped out or scoped in, you still have your laser visible to your opponents. That's just not at all an attachment that we've seen in the past. You know what's crazy about the iron sights is they don't look like they're impossible to see through at all. It's just, again, whenever you're in game, like an actual use case scenario, it's just so difficult to see your opponents if they're running like a rose skin or something dark. Definitely gonna have to play around with this weapon a little bit more, and I'm super curious to see how often it's gonna be in the ranked matches that I play. But guys, that will do it here for our first impressions and gameplay video of the Type 19. Again, regardless, it's super cool to see the first ever COD Mobile exclusive weapon turn up finally after all these years. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button. I'll do it here for myself though, and I'll catch you all in the next one.